cat, and of course, little man. Hello. Yeah. Oh, you up from nap time guard duty? Oh, thank you. Yeah. Anything else? You can always get a kiss if you threaten a kiss him. Huh. Oh, but now where are you gonna go? Your sister stole your spot. Yep, that is her corner. Except for when it's nap time and little man wants to sleep in the toes. So, yep, just keep swimming. Cause I only have one really bookish shirt, and this seems a good motto to try to live by right now. 'Cause things are bad, but just keep swimming. And because we're doing a book haul, so yay, there's our happiness. If y'all been around for a while, yes, we have the puppies. But also, yeah, y'all might have seen the posts. I don't know, because posts are kind of weird on YouTube. But I did a second library book haul last month. They had a bag sale. So for $4, I got 17 books, and the other human got 3 hardback. Yeah, histories, because that's what he does. He reads robots and nonfiction-y, like war and memoir leader stuff, and I read the other stuff. So since it doesn't really show in a picture, and we need some fun content, yay, there's some hopeful stuff in here. We got books. Because I'm still getting back into it. There will be a belly dance video. I don't know when. Because I figured out which move I want to do, and I actually even managed to finish the book that I want to do it with. But have y'all ever entered like the inside of your knee? Or just, like randomly starts hurting, or is that just me? So yeah, I didn't bump my knee into anything. It's not the whole, it's only like the inside on one side. And it's always the same knee that does that. So yeah, not really fun to try to dance when you mess up your knee just randomly walking and then you wake up and your ankle hurts. So we will get back to it eventually. In the meantime, hey, we got some books. We got a sleepy puppy. And there will eventually be like belly dancing and garden books going, or garden videos. I don't know how I'm gonna do that because my phone is full of pictures of random flowers and, puppies and wildlife. But my phone is also acting up, so we'll see. But for now, let's see what all books I got for, a whopping $4. First one is Robert Ludlum's The Hades Factor, a Covert One novel. And what is with these like skinny-ish books that are actually really freaking long? Like this looks like a normal, 300-ish page thing, and it's, let's see here. Where's the very last page? 553 pages. And if y'all have been here a while, you might be surprised because I read a Robert Ludlum book for the first time this year, and I was not a fan. But my understanding is he came up with the idea, which I did like the idea of Born Identity, just not the execution. But it's this other guy, Gail Lynn's, okay, so maybe a chick, that actually did the writing for it. And for the other ones in this series, because there was a couple, but I didn't want to grab them all and find out that I hate this series too. So we grabbed one. It sounds like it's going to be interesting and up my alley. We'll see if the writing is better in this one. Hopefully I can actually fit these on here, because right now I have a nice pile over here. And it was time that I gave this author a try. I've been seeing them around for years. Webb Griffin, Covert Warriors, a presidential agent novel. It looks like a nice, like, military spy-y kind of thing. And I like a good action-packed, like, spy-ish novel. That I guess at some point, probably at Walmart, it was $10 and then $7.50, and when you average it out, I think I paid 20 cents. So we'll see, though. I am kind of, why do they gotta put the stickers on the front? There's a barcode of uselessness right there. But, and Honestly, these first 5 are the ones that I paid the other $2 for. So, hey, I got a hardback of Clive Cussler. Again, this was a removed from the library, which is really weird that this is a hardback because it's standard paperback size. Let's see, can I get these off? Maybe without destroying it. Rude. They put the barcode and then just taped over the barcode with an X. So that's going to take a lot of work, but it's another Dirk Pitt adapted for young fans. I'm mentally 3 most days, so Tucky, Tucky the little boy. Oh, good. So, again, it's a hardcover. He's been hit or miss, but this last one, like, the timeline on it kind of messed me. Like, I thought you were talking about this character, and then it was the son. Mm-mm. Other than that, it was fairly good, so we'll give him another try. And we've got an author I've never heard of, Frederick Forsyth, in Avenger. I have no idea what it's about because, of course, we can't have anything that tells us anything on this. But, yeah. Let's see. What's it say on the flap? Attorney Calvin Dexter. I know a Calvin, and we've all heard of Dexter. Hangs his shingle in quiet New Jersey town. Has a reasonably successful practice and takes his heels strong with triathlon training. But Dexter is no ordinary man. Well, yeah, he's a criminal that's like working with the cops, the FBI. I don't know, I've never actually watched the show. The summer before he goes to college, Ricky Colenso travels to Bosnia to volunteer as an aid worker. A few weeks later, he disappears and is never heard from again. The family grieves and is offered little hope in the fog of that horrible time and place. The killer, too, has vanished. Or so it would seem. For in a world that has forgotten right and wrong, there are few like Cal Dexter who can settle the score. And so, years later, a worldwide chase is on, and Dexter begins to draw a net around the killer. But this time, CIA agent Paul Devereaux must find a way to stop Dexter before his quest for vengeance throws the world into chaos. It's already in chaos. Let him do what he's gonna do. And the last in my little, $2 bag is Patrick Robinson's The Shark Mutiny. It's got shark in the title and they're blowing something up on the cover. So I pulled a Van. I did a cover buy, but mine was, a couple cents. Because there was 8 books for $2, so I paid a quarter for my cover buy. I don't know what on earth this is actually about, but I'm gonna go with firefights in the middle of the ocean. And if they're smart, there's gonna be a big old jaws going after their survivors. Cause I mean like that. Yeah, most of these authors are ones that I do not know. But we got a couple that I've heard of. So this one is Richard Marcinko, Rogue Warrior Red Cell. And some evil looking bad guy on the front. But I guess he's supposed to be the good guy. He's a warrior that's gone rogue. Makes Arnold Schwarzenegger look like the Lord Fauntleroy. So, yeah. Again, I have no idea, but it looked action packed. Something about Navy's elite maritime commander. The SEALs are mixed into the mess. Apparently, our hero broke out of a federal penitentiary. I don't know. We gonna get into some stuff eventually, maybe. Barbara Michaels, The Dancing Floor, which is not at all my usual kind of thing, but it looks kind of creepy, but also very, somebody's probably gonna die in that maze. In the heart of the English countryside lies an ancient secret. And I was hooked because, ooh, we got like ancient conspiracy theories and mysteries. I'm curious. I gotta find out. So, I don't know how this is gonna go. It looks a little too, posh and clean. My grandma might read it. But, yeah, there's mentions of witchcraft in a, old manor. So, yeah, we might have like a historical fiction horror on our hands. Maybe there's gonna be some. The ancient secret is bodies and somebody did a seance and woke up some pissed off demons. I don't know. That's the story I'm gonna make up in my head, and which I really shouldn't, because I'm gonna be disappointed when that's not what it is. But we got something going on. We'll find out. Jack Higgins, Drink with the Devil. Again, I have no idea, never heard of this author, but it seemed kind of fun. A fortune, stolen British gold, lies shipwrecked at the bottom of the Irish Sea, and history's deadliest treasure hunt is on. Irish militant Michael Ryan wants to finance war in his homeland, and a sinister pact with the New York Mafia will make his dreams a savage reality. Former IRA enforcer Sean Dillon now works for the British government. His mission: retrieve the gold by any means necessary and finish Ryan's bloody plot before it gets off the ground. Could be fun. Yeah, there's way too many stickers on this thing. So I'm gonna. It's by Karen Harper. It's a thorn maze. And once again, I have no idea. But it just seemed like kind of cozy, but also kind of creepy. Like, I don't know, Labyrinth is. I like the Labyrinth. It usually comes with a good story or a really bad one. They're never in the middle. They're either really cool or. Mm, so, for somebody else's dimes. The assassin. In her game, the rules are simple: kill or be killed. Yes. And of course, there's a freaking sticker over the back, but it's only covering up somebody's thoughts on it. So let's see. Selena McCaffrey knows what it's like to fight for your life, to hone your body until it's sharp, and to never let down your guard for anyone. A beautiful artist with a dark, painful past, Selena also knows how to keep secrets. With the 40 caliber Smith & Wesson and a double-edged dagger packed in her bags, Selena is leaving Key West for the American heartland. She's gonna kill a man. Mm, as long as the doggies are okay if they're in there. So, yeah, that could be fun. Who's gonna be the victim? And supposedly this author is really good. Picked up one of theirs at the last book sale. I was told they're awesome. I have not picked it up yet. So I snatched up another one by Stephen James. The King. We'll see. If not, hey, I wasted a whole almost 40 cents on two books. So, Patrick Bowers has pursued the nation's fiercest serial killers, and now one elusive foe is back for revenge. Settling into a new post at the FBI Academy, Patrick and his fiancee, I'm not even going to try to say that because I'm going to mess it up, but his fiancee are planning their future together with his stepdaughter, Tessa. That one I can pronounce. But just when his life seems normal, a demon from the past returns to draw him down a dark road he hopes had closed forever, forced into a desperate hunt to save the two women he loves most. Patrick is in a race against time to stop an international conspiracy from becoming the most widespread act of terrorism in U.S. history. This might not be the time to read this one. It might put me in a mood. The politics never turn out well. Hey, speaking of weird stuff in books, ooh, sell your books at sellbackyourbooks.com. Inspected by Angelica Marino. Stuart Woods, a Stone Barrington novel. DC Dead. This is one I've seen his books in the used bookstore all the time. There's like usually a whole shelf of them. I've never picked one up, but heard the name. There's a billion of these, so maybe I'll find a new author and I'll have lots of new reading material because I totally don't have any new books to read at all, or a couple others that I know I like and want to reread again. So, have any of y'all read him? Yeah, is he good? Am I gonna, be sad I wasted a quarter? Elaine, I'm looking at you. I saw the name and snatched it. Wilbur Smith's Warlock, a novel of ancient Egypt. Is this one of the ones you read? I know you said you read 3 and you liked 2 and were disappointed with the last one. So, if not, I'll be finding out for both of us whether it's good or, as usual, I spared you a read. So, yep. And if y'all don't know Elaine, I will drop a link to her channel down below. Go check her out. Gotta support the Dragon Mother. And then Kathy Reach's Deja Dead. I've only read one other book by her, and ooh, it looks like it might have been in the same series. This the I don't know if y'all have ever watched Bones. It's got David Boreanaz and one of the Deschanel sisters. And this is the book series that those are very loosely based off of. So if you want murder mystery, that I think these take place in Canada. At least the last one that I read did. Yep, she left her crap marriage in North Carolina and ends up in Quebec. So, yep. Hey, I go from a book that I learned, well, an author I learned about from a Canadian friend to a book that takes place in Canada. David Poyer, The Command. Again, we're on the water and something don't fire. It makes me happy. I love fire. So there should be some good action, provided it doesn't get too, eh. Like, I like, the small action groups. I don't like when it gets too military and political. This might be that, or it might just be action packed without all the politics and anger that comes with that. So, we'll see. And then it's so we've got a book by Susan Span, The Ninja's Daughter. I have no idea, but it said ninja and I was curious. That's all it took for me. Ooh, I will try that because ninjas are badass. When an actor's daughter is murdered on the banks of Kyoto's Kamo River, Master Ninja Hiro Hattori and Portuguese Jesuit Father Mateo are the victim's only hope for justice. That is quite the mix. And also, this happened in 1565. Well, so yeah, I don't know what that. This is either gonna be really cool, or I'm gonna be glad I only spent a few cents on it. Oh, this is really short. We've already got a glossary of Japanese terms in the back. That's kind of cool. Cast of characters in alphabetical order. So it's only 242 pages. Nope, There's acknowledgments. Okay. So yeah, 240 pages. And oop, one of them is already dog-eared. That's a little rude. And like fairly big print, so if it ends up good, I should be able to tear through it fast. And I liked the one David Morrell book that I tried, so Desperate Measures. I don't know at all what this is. Probably not at all like the last one that I read, which was Creepers. It was like a urban crawlers horror kind of thing. This I don't know if y'all can tell, but that's like embossed. Let's see. Oh, okay. I can't read it unless I get it at just the right angle. And the light's hitting it nicely. Ah, there we go. New York, April 15th. Jonathan Milgate, former, you know, Secretary of State and one of the five legendary Grand Counselors, died Friday night under suspicious circumstances at his son's estate in Scarsdale. Milgate was recuperating at his son's home after suffering a heart attack in Manhattan on April 10th. He had been convalescing in the intensive care ward at City Hospital, but something, because of course there's stickers and, yeah, usual barcode. So, I I'm not sure what that's all about. So, we got a sticker over a barcode that's interrupting it, but that's kind of weird, but kind of cool. So, I don't actually know. And it was owned by previously by somebody that was part of the Ocean Conservancy and left their name and address in here. So, we're not going to show that. But I was just curious because I liked the last book I read by him, so yeah. Figure out if I like his other stuff, who knows? But yep. So, have y'all read any of these? Should I dive into one of them soon? Avoid some? Drop a line, let me know, and I will see you soon. Bye. Happy reading.